We're live. We try not to do anything, say anything too crazy before the red live button comes up because we are live like a second before.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Nicole here with Repairs First Association. And with me today, we are actually doing a vendor live. So we are talking about an RFA vendor that has a benefit for RFA members. And today with me, I have Red Wolf Technology. As you can see, the wolf in the in the screen, right? And so we're going to be talking about their product lines, some things that they're going to be doing at the GRE, which are really, really cool. Which if you don't know what GRE means, that would be the Gadget Repair Expo. And so I'm going to go ahead and go around the room, let you guys say who you are. Brad, if you want to give a little rundown about Red Wolf Technology, in case for some reason someone hasn't heard about you guys, which I don't think that's possible. And then we'll just dive right into what you guys want to talk about.
Sure. Great to be here. Thanks, Nicole. In fact, I'll take this off. It's getting a little hot. But yeah, happy to be here. Brad Bachkalupi with Red Wolf Technology. And Jesse Cervantes, our marketing director. We've been in the industry now the company's turning 5 in June, and we've loved every day. I mean, repair is a very challenging industry with unique problems, but we're met a lot of really great people and really great repair shops, duking it out every day to be successful and help their customers. And so happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Jesse, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I'm Jesse Cervantes. I'm the marketing director over here with Red Wolf Technology. I'm going on 4 years. So I've been here quite for most of the company's existence, and it's been great. So I look over the whole brand and the marketing and a little bit of the software for the company. And so not just the U.S., but globally, do a lot of work in Europe, Latin America, and making sure our message is hitting the right audience, no matter where we're selling to. So it's been an awesome 4 years, and looking for more.
Nicole, we get a lot of compliments. Like at the last GRE, we 3D printed an 8-foot tall phone case, or we have like really killer packaging, and that's all the work of Jesse, who does an incredible job building great packaging and great marketing campaigns and trade show attention getters. In fact, you'll see at this GRE, we've got some really cool stuff coming. So yeah, Jesse's been incredible.
That is so cool. Yeah, because I know at the GRE, you guys are going to be doing a money thing. What do you call it? It's
like a money tornado or something.
Money tornado. A little like when you were in Chuck E. Cheese as a child and you go into tickets.
Dave and Buster's, we're all adults here. Come on now.
Oh wow. You know what? Chuck E. Cheese is my all-time favorite. So tell me a little bit about Red Wolf specifically. You guys have been around for a long time. You've developed different types of equipment over the years. Are there some that are more notable, or what would you say that somebody may know you based on or may have in their store?
Yeah. So my background was right out of college. I started working in the consumer electronics industry and built the first on-demand screen protector cutting machine. That company was called Protection Pro, and we grew like crazy. We were in tens of thousands of stores in 160 countries. Sold that company to a big Japanese multinational. And what I learned was how big the on-demand market was beyond just screen protectors. So we launched Red Wolf Technology with our first kind of new machine, which at the time we only had one product, which was a screen polishing machine. And that machine's great. It's in the market. It's pretty mature. We're not investing a ton of resources into refining it. It's a good fit for certain shops that understand how to polish glass. Mm-hmm. And then we launched a new and improved cutting machine to cut screen protectors on demand, as we're kind of adding to our full ecosystem of offerings. And then here at just starting in January at CES, we did a big kickoff for some other new products. We can kind of go in depth, but the whole theme of Red Wolf is innovative. We're not an Alibaba buy sell company. We're at the ground level, innovating, creating real solutions for stores, not just traders or buy and sell.
Right.
And so you'll see a lot of our products are called like Primo Protect, Primo Print 3D. In fact, I didn't even talk about our 3D printing. Primo means first, and premium and leader. And so again, we're a small company, and so we really try to focus on first mover advantage, real innovation in problems that will scale. And so you'll see Primo in the names of all of our different products generally as we're building a family of things. And so kind of high level, that's our theme, is just on-demand innovation, empowering stores to make more money. So that's Primo Polish, Primo Protect, Primo Print 3D, and soon you'll talk about Primo Parts.
Right. And that's what we're going to talk about today, right? A little bit is Primo Parts, right? And something else, or are you going to wait to launch those?
Our two big launches are Primo Parts. We can talk about that all day. And we talk about within Primo Protect, we have something called Ready Box or Fast Glass, which is doing really, really well, and which we'll be featuring at the GRE. So happy to talk about either.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay, great. Well, thank you for that overview. So, let's dive right into it. Jesse's got some stuff there.
Yeah.
What is that? Jesse, do you or Brad, who wants to explain what all this stuff is that you guys want to show off? What's going on over there?
Yeah, Jesse, you want to pull up? You just start with the standard, start at the baseline with Primo Protect, the full lineup, and then kind of move along.
Yeah. So most people, I think, are familiar with the on-demand cutting. This is our solution. So we have multiple machines. I just got two showcased here, but this is our micro, more focused on wearables and phones. And then we call it the Mark 1 down here, and you can expand from phones, wearables to tablets. And then we also have the macro we're not showing, which extends even further into like Tesla displays, that type of things, laptops, other things screens you want to cover. And then we also have an auto install machine as well. But these two kind of are our bread and butter. These are the ones that shops really like. Our films are very easy to install. And then this is kind of the lineup of films down here. It might be a little bit difficult to see, but we have, in terms of our films, we have our Ultra, which is our kind of our flagship film, our Plus, which is a very good middle ground film, and then our Economy, which is Flex. And then we have some of the specialty films, which is your matte film right here, your Privacy, and your Blue Light. So we really have pretty much the whole lineup. But we also have, we call it BTG, better than glass. It feels very, very much like tempered glass on your screen, but it cuts with the screen protector. So this is an awesome solution. A lot of our stores in testing and now in the market are really loving, we call it Titan BTG.
I would like to try that, because one thing that I found with the films that and I've tried all different types of films, and I've loved them all, right, from all the different companies, but there's only one thing that I slightly notice, and it doesn't bother me, but I just notice it, is when you kind of rub your finger across, it doesn't feel like glass. It kind of feels like plastic or something. You know what I mean? It doesn't bother me, but I just noticed it. You know what I mean? So I'd love to see what that feels like,
This one looks and feels just like glass. In fact, we say it's better than glass because you can cut it for any phone in the market. So that's the Titan BTG.
Are you going to be doing free demos of that on people's phones or something at the GRE?
Yeah, we'll have.
Okay, we can come by and bring our phone.
Yeah. This is really the best of both worlds. You get the flexibility of the cutting machine, so all the models, but then they don't shatter, right? Like tempered glass. Usually your tempered glass will shatter within a month. But you don't get that with this. And so this is really just the best of both worlds. So this is our premium offer for the films.
Actually, Jesse, if you can share your screen on this, yeah? You can do that? Cool.
Yeah. Let me know if you have any issues. You should just be able to click the little share screen box there, and then I can pull it right up here.
I mean, again, if we're going down the list of innovations and we have a special spot in our heart for the repair industry. You'll see we've got some really killer programs to help them be more profitable. And so another one, I mean, it's easy for me to get caught up and forget all the things we've done. We just launched last year something called Primo Direct. And Primo Direct is basically like a membership club or a buyer's club. And so if you sign up for the membership, we sell the film at the lowest price in the industry, like pretty darn close to cost. And so if you share your screen, Jesse, you can see that.
I'm going to add it up now.
There we go.
Yeah. So as a member of Primo Direct, we ship directly from our warehouse here in the US to your repair shop directly. And you're not going to find a more competitive price for the films. And so we start at $1 a film. I mean, you're not going to find anything with a brand behind it. You might find some nondescript like eBay clearance stuff or Alibaba, but with Alibaba, you're on your own if things break or don't work. And so we built this program to really help repair shops get better service, better marketing, and really incredible pricing. And so you'll see all of our films are at least 50% the price of the nearest competitor, often cheaper. So again, we don't like being the cheap option, but as part of this membership plan, if stores are actually moving volume, they'll just crush it with this program. So that's Primo Direct, and you'll see a lot of our products that we're presenting here are all listed under the Primo Direct website.
Nice. Okay, and if you're an RFA member, you get a special discount, which is always great.
Correct.
I have that information, unless you have it. If you want to.
I don't even remember the terms. What are the terms that we offered?
Yeah, so primo-parts.com free for a limited time for members. And then Primo Direct, 10% off their subscription.
There we go. Correct. Yeah. Sign up for that. They go to RFA, put in a request, and we contact you to give you the unique code to get all the big discounts.
Yeah, it's very easy to get your benefit if you're an RFA member. All you have to do is log into rfamembers.com, which if you're a member, you probably already know how to do this. If you're watching this as a recording on the platform and you just signed up, the form is below this video somewhere. So they may be watching this as a recording and not as a live, like we have some people watching right now. But what you would do is just go to rfamembers.com, log in, products, and look for discounts. So you're going to go in there and you're going to find Red Wolf, and you're going to see a form to fill out. Then that you submit it, it's going to go over to them, and then they're going to reach out to you and get you all set up. If you're not a member, I guess this is a shameless plug that you should be a member. But if you're watching, you're not a member, you definitely just go to Red Wolf website and check out what they got. So if you're watching the recording, look below the recording. So this is Primo Direct here.
So actually, real quick, Nicole, just to kind of do a quick exercise. I mean, you've had a lot of experience with repair shops. Screen protectors, in your opinion, are going from 20 to 40. What's kind of the sweet spot you think for repair shops to be competitive for the customer?
Well, honestly, I don't have a thumb on resale value on those, because I think that would probably be someone else on my team that works more with helping them understand what the current market rate is. That might be a great question for Jeremy or Brian. I think for me as a buyer, I'm thinking 25 to 30. Yeah.
All we need is a number. I like to hear.
Yeah.
And so just for the quick math to show you why a repair shop just can do really well with this program. So we sell the Flex film in a 25 pack. So easy math, $25 to bring that into the store. So 25 times 30, if they're selling it for $30 a piece, is $750. So where in the world can you spend 25 and then get 750 out? It's just...
and it's an easy upsell, especially when somebody comes in for a broken screen. And, that goes back to helping shops understand where to increase their revenue. when it comes to upsells, where they kind of struggle, where I know a lot of shop owners where I've heard them talk about not wanting to have this type of stuff in store, considering accessories as like something that just eats up your cost. But if you're, it's just like product money sitting on the wall. But if you're upselling it and giving the customer a reason why it would help them, I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean,
yeah. ROI on just the membership or the film is 1 unit to 2 units, and then after that, gravy. And again, we do a lot of partnerships and deals on the hardware. The price is kind of the standard price, but if anybody of the customers calls us and they've got multiple stores or want to do a 1-year thing, like we're very flexible. Again, we love repair shops and want to help them be profitable. It's tough out there.
And if they want to call you and talk about it, I'm sure they can. I mean, you guys are very easy to chat or email, where they can talk to you guys about stuff.
No, we got an awesome sales team, super engaged, and they're from the industry, so they understand the challenges and the lingo, and we just, want to make something that really makes sense for repair shops.
Definitely. Okay. Yeah, this is good. I mean, this looks good to me. I mean, I don't buy them in bulk, so I'm probably not the best at understanding the price level, but it's not always price. It's about the quality too. So, I mean, what comes with your Primo Direct? I see these different Defense Matte, Defense Flex. I guess that's pretty self-explanatory. It'd be the look of it, right? But is there, some sort of coverage, or is the store warranting this? Like, say they buy it and the screen, I don't know. I get it. The product's good, but say they did cracks and who's covering the screen protector? Does it come with anything like that, or?
Yeah. So other values to this whole system in general is we are shifting this year our whole production of films to the US. Our manufacturing partner has a facility here in Utah, 5 minutes from our office, and it's kind of an interesting joint venture. Part of that is just relationship. The other part is, I think, kind of world economic conditions. It makes sense for factories to diversify and even nearshore production. And so that's a huge advantage for us to be able to physically watch the film be manufactured and move from a warehouse 5 minutes away to our warehouse. So we foresee that relationship to continue to expand and grow. So I guess what all that means is real quality, and like we know where our parts come from. We've spent years on the ground in China working with this partner, and now they're coming here. And then within the site, you'll see all of our other offerings. I mean, again, we barely even touched on it, but our 3D printing platform is available through Primo Direct. The 3D printing platform is the same idea as screen protectors, which is anybody, Google Pixel 6, iPhone 10, iPhone 12, whatever these popular.
Explain that a little bit to me when you're talking about 3D print. Is there something you can show here on the screen? Jesse, is there something you can
go to the product page? Yeah,
I got some live examples right here.
So you 3D printed that for someone's phone?
Yep.
That's awesome.
So if you go to the product page, Jesse, this will give a really good visual for the audience, but it's just like that. So just like cutting a screen protector on demand, we have a huge library of phone cases, and you can 3D print a phone case for, in terms of the American market, almost every phone. So I think we're up to, what are we at now, Jesse? 500 or 600 different.
Yeah. Yep. Just about there.
Yeah. So it's a huge library. What shop in America has 500 different phone cases on the rack? Doesn't happen. Doesn't make sense. And so just like screen protectors, we built this platform for making cases. And the biggest drawback is, there's probably two. There's hardware cost, but the hardware cost is as competitive as you're going to find in the market. We use a very well-known, probably the premier prosumer 3D printer platform called Bamboo Lab. And the prices is very, very affordable for, even for the hobbyist, it's affordable, but for a repair shop who's used to buying a lot of equipment, that's not that big of a challenge. The other is time. So our fastest phone case prints in 20 to 30 minutes. That's single color, kind of low profile. We call it the air case. For a repair shop, 30 minutes is pretty standard to do a phone repair.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that big of a deal in the repair industry. If you want to do a multicolor case with a pattern or a logo or a color, something on the back to customize it, that takes a little bit more time, more like 35 to 45 or even an hour, but it's custom just to that customer. And this kind of goes back to our theme where there still are no copycats. We know it's coming, but we think we're about 2 years ahead because it's a really, really hard problem to solve in terms of making the 3D model, making sure the case fits perfectly, making sure the software works with the hardware of the 3D
Right, I
printer.
could imagine.
Yeah, you're not going to find this on Alibaba yet. And so the shops who get it and do really, really well. And then another value add for the 3D printing is we 3D print a ton of other tools. So shops can 3D print a spudger, they can 3D print a pick, they can 3D print a ribbon cable like stand to protect the phone when you're opening it up and working on it so you don't break the ribbon cable. So it's like having a mini factory in your shop. And another really cool thing that we didn't come here for this, but we're observing in the industry is the minute a cell phone repair shop puts a 3D printer out front for the public, people stop and want to stop and say, what is this? What's going on? I've never seen a 3D printer in my life, especially in a retail setting. And then they start getting new leads saying, hey, my 3D printer I bought for my kid at Christmas just jammed up. Can I bring it in and you fix it? And repair shops, this is a slam dunk because this is not like board level repair. This is like scraping goo out of the nozzle. And so we have a handful of shops that we work with that are reporting 3, 4, 5, 6 repairs per month simply by new repairs, simply by putting a 3D printer in the shop. So it's kind of a win-win-win for the shops that understand it and want to bring it in.
Well, that's what I was thinking. As I'm thinking as a consumer, if I say eco-friendly, this is exactly where I was going. You got it right there, right? If I look like, to me, like plastics and all of that, and one-use plastics or something that actually I mean, I'm not like huge about it, but I do consciously try to like buy products that, I don't take plastic bags at the store, I do like small things, and so when I see a 3D printer that can print something that would otherwise be in a plastic packaging, hanging and sitting there, as a consumer, I like that, because I know that it's on demand, and for someone that cares about that. Also, it's got a cool factor to it, you know what I mean? I'm sure you could let different companies and schools and things like that know that you have that, and that just get the awareness out there. As someone who had stores for years and I was really, really highly focused on reaching my local community. When I got into Cellbotics, I had to reach the entire country. Way big problem. But with my stores, I only had to reach my community, and I had to make sure that they knew what we had going on. And this would be a really cool ad. I would definitely be making flyers and taking it to schools and taking it to colleges, and hey, you can get your case 3D printed, and this is some different things that you may think about. I would take right from your site and put it on the flyer, because people, they care about this stuff. It's interesting, especially if they've never had it before and they want a unique case that's made on site. And I think it's great, and I think it is the future, because why do we need to take all of our money and have it hanging on the wall, which was kind of what I brought up before. Some shop owners totally for cases on their wall. Other ones are like, I don't know what to buy. I don't know. I have to figure out what sells, and then it just sits there, and then what do I do with it when it doesn't sell? So this is very good.
No, yeah, thank you. It's been a super fun and like creative project, and now we're seeing really nice like product market fit. And so this is kind of the growth phase. We had a lot of growing pains. Again, I mean, solving screen protectors was hard. Solving 3D printers has been very, very hard.
Scroll around that page a little bit, Jesse, while we're talking, so people can see other parts. Yeah, look at that. I mean, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of things in your comments, Nicole, that we could kind of dive into. So from a green standpoint, if we talk about the problem globally, we did the study about a year ago. Do you remember the number, Jesse? It was like some ridiculous number of containers of brand new phone cases that go straight to the landfill.
It was 4 boats, each with like, I can't remember exactly, like 100 or 200 shipping containers. It was pretty crazy.
And the way we do that math is we've had firsthand interviews with some phone case brands where they tell us the horror stories of 30% of their brand new untouched inventory simply goes to a landfill because they don't want less popular cases, that pink camo Google Pixel 7 never found a home. They would rather it go to a landfill than go into the secondary market at $1 a case, because it really hurts the brand that this is a cheap,
Right.
unwanted. They don't want it to go to Nordstrom Rack or Marshalls, or they just don't want to go in these weird places. And so the number was staggering. So we're super proud to be addressing that, giving the stores new ways to make money. And on the whole 3D printing thing, we're very bullish on the kind of the future of robotics, AI, manufacturing, and distributed made in America or made in Spain or whatever. So this is made, again, there aren't really made in America phone cases. Mm-hmm. So we kind of, again, Jesse and I, we kind of have to stop down and repeat back, what are we actually doing? Because I think we forget how cool this is, because we're surrounded, here at the office, we're surrounded by 3D printers, and our wives get tired of hearing us talk about 3D printing. So we kind of just forget.
You can imagine.
Yeah.
Need a spoon? I could 3D print that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And so we think that we're just at the beginning of this kind of new movement of robotics and on-site digital manufacturing. And so for example, we're super proud that Motorola headquarters called us and asked to do a partnership where at every Motorola depot, they're using our software to 3D print tools and jigs on site. So they don't have to go to China. They don't have to find some machine shop that they've never seen. On site at the Motorola facility, they're 3D printing jigs and tools that are OEM. These are their designs for Motorola device repair. And by the way,
Wow.
Motorola has been very forward thinking about this, where they've also released these files to any store that uses our 3D printer. They can 3D print these OEM tools as well. So these are the jigs when you open up a phone and you put it back in the press to get an even seal around the gasket, the adhesive area.
Yeah.
And so we think
you can print that.
Yeah. You have a sample of that, Jesse? You can show them.
Let me see.
That's actually really cool. I mean, do you have anything about that on your website? I mean, that is something.
Yeah. Actually, really... Jesse, let's just go to the website. The part is right there in high res. We've got a whole page dedicated to this cool program.
Because that's, to be honest with you, Brad, I'm very well aware of Red Wolf, and I hear about you all the time, and I'm not, I didn't know that, I think that is really cool, because it's not about ending global trade. It's about having American-made options or options on demand, where you don't have to wait for supply and, all that kind of, you can print it on demand, and I think that's really cool that you're partnered with Motorola, where they can get, this is from Motorola, so that's great. Yeah.
These are examples I get. We are good at getting the word out, but sometimes we obviously we can do better, because when we get talking, we're like, oh yeah, this is pretty freaking cool. So this is our page. We can look on the Motorola page if you like, but basically,
just scroll around. Yeah.
These are the OEM official Motorola tools that they're using at their depots, and that any shop that has our system can print on site.
That's amazing. So that's a big, I think if you're doing Motorola repairs, it's a step in the right direction to have access to that. That's really cool. So there's a lot of ways to market as a shop that you have a 3D printer and make it really cool. Oh, there's Darwin. Darwin's name, of course. There you go. Yeah, we love Darwin.
Darwin's been a great friend and advocate, and we started.
He's really about the industry.
Yeah, we love Darwin. He's been awesome. Related to that whole thing too, so there's many school districts have a huge STEM budget, and we've seen schools with 10 and 20 3D printers in a 3D printer bay where they've got them all lined up, or 10 3D printers scattered around the school. And a lot of these repair shops, again, start talking, and they'll get a service contract with the school district to be the maintenance guys or the repair guys if something breaks, just by simply knowing about it and thinking about it. Maybe they're already doing the contract through the insurance provider or through their direct network for the school district. And then this is just another value add they can add once they've had a minute to tinker with and kind of familiarize themselves with a 3D printer. So it's really exciting to see where it's going for what we're observing in the US.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really great. So shops, if you're watching and you haven't thought about this before, or maybe you've thought about it and you're on the fence about it, definitely, look into this, because yeah, I definitely think this is something that's going to become more normal and, definitely more needed, especially as more robotics and things like that start to be more mainstream for consumers. You know what I mean? So this is great. Also save you on inventory cost, would you say the cost of printing one to having one in inventory is the same?
Oh, no. The cost of
goods.
goods.
Just go to another page. You can just kind of move around your site, just see, anything you want people to see, because people are listening, they're also watching. So it's good for you to give visibility to the website. Yeah. While we kind of talk. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've done the math on, we sell, you can buy from us, you can buy directly from some, we have a very specific type of plastic that we use for the case. But anyway, it's very easy to do the math. Like, we make almost no money on the case. Again, this is part of our software membership, but the cost per case is 50 cents, which is kind of crazy. So
now, how do these cases feel? They have like a grip to them, or are they like plastic? They're plastic.
We've got a few there. It's a flexible TPU.
Okay.
And
this. So
there you go. Yeah,
flexible.
Okay.
Put it right up to the camera there, just so you can see it's.
This one's a little more protective, so it's a little stiffer, but you get a little bit more rigidity and protection. I personally have the air case on my phone. I don't know if you can see that.
Nice. So that looks pretty. I like that. It's kind of like, I would try it on my phone. If you guys are printing them, I'll put one on my phone and try it out at the GRE. Sure. But I want a black one like that, because I have a black and gold case. So it's nice.
We've got some super top secret projects underway. As you can tell, we're kind of obsessed with cool new stuff. We'll separately offline, if you have some special requests, we can make something very special for you on your phone.
Okay. But, I love gold and black. So
done. What Jesse showed you too, this is another cool feature, is on the 3D printer, you can have a smooth surface on the back. We have a carbon fiber plate, and so it transfers the carbon fiber texture onto the back. And so depending on how involved a shop wants to get, it's a really, really cool.
That blue one is cute. Experience. I like that blue. Wow.
And what's nice about the patterns on the back, like these, doesn't add any extra time to your print. And so it's just switching them out. And
really briefly, Jess, if you can turn off the screen share, that'll allow.
I'll remove it.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Go ahead, Jess. You can bring that back over and it'll show it a little bit bigger. Yeah, look at that texture and shine. I like it. Yeah. That's nice.
And it's also, we have a few customers here locally, which is really nice. They get really big batches of cases branded for companies, which is nice for them. They'll get 50. This is just, obviously we're not selling this one, but just to give you an idea of logos, they'll do a logo for a brand locally to them. And sometimes it's like 50 or 100. And so right away they're making, anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 on one customer.
Great idea.
Outfitting their whole store, or sometimes it's schools or
businesses,
local sports. Yeah. And so that's really cool to see too. They'll get really big chunks of phone cases they're selling straight into businesses.
Yeah, you store. Shop owners, if you're listening, you can easily make up a nice one-pager. Send that out to local businesses about what you could do as far as branding on cases. I'm sure there are companies that would eat that up, especially for events, giving out cases, or just having, especially if they give out phones to employees. When I had my stores, I had a lot of contracts with larger companies that gave phones to employees, and I helped manage the repair and warranty and all of that. We charged a fee to do all of that, to kind of take it away from the normally companies have an employee in the company that handles this, and they hate that job. And so my tactic was to work with that person to agree with them that job, they should hate it and they should have us do it for a very small fee. And so I had a lot of contracts, and I know they would eat up having custom cases for different reasons. So I think that's great. Now, I did have a question about the machine. Do you guys recommend that they keep this out where people can see it, or do they need to have it in the back, or can they have like a station, like when people walk in, maybe a sign that says cases, and then they just see a machine, and they're like, because maybe somebody walks in and they're looking around for cases, they don't see it and they don't ask. But can they have it somewhere?
Whenever possible, I absolutely recommend having it in the shop as a marketing and interaction piece. It's very engaging to the customers. They want to go, and like, you'll get a mature, senior customer who's never actually seen a 3D printer, and they'll just want to stop and stare at it the entire time. You'll see young kids say, "Look, Mom, there's a 3D printer. This is so cool." And we also have found that many shop staff are very technical and very introverted. And this is an icebreaker, because someone will say, "Hey, what is this?" And now they're not having this is what we've observed, and feedback is they're not having to talk to the person directly about problems or whatever. They don't have to look them in the eye. They're talking about this cool thing, or this gadget that they're an expert in, right? It's very easy to talk about something else, which is this cool printer. And so I think sometimes it's just that icebreaker to get them to engage and be comfortable to talk and start asking questions. So it is a very effective marketing and conversation starter and icebreaker and memorable retail experience. So absolutely upfront if you have the space and you're comfortable with it being in that area. So
they put some little stanchions around it, I mean, block it off, so people can just come poking around on it, but at least they can see it, and make sure that your branding around it or your signage is very clear that it's cases. Some stores, they get kind of lost with that. They maybe put some image they come up with, but it still doesn't translate. Oh, this makes cases. So, make sure if you guys are watching it and you're thinking about putting it out customer facing, make sure that your messaging around it is simple, clear. This prints cases, ask us how, something like that, a sign, something that's not going to confuse them what that is. Because you also have customers that don't like to ask too many questions. They like to figure out, like, I do not like when I walk in a store and someone's like, "Can I help you?" And they want to follow me around. Everyone's just like, "Leave me alone. I may not know what I want, but I definitely don't want help." You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, actually, one more thing. I mean, I feel like one more thing that is super cool, Jesse, if you pull up, so the printer 3D prints the point of purchase display stuff. So Jesse, if you've got that right there, so you want to scan a case. So do turn off the screen share real quick, and you can see that big and bold.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were showing it on the screen. There we go. Okay. Okay, I was going to ask you about marketing material and stands and stuff. And so, okay, so you can print the stand to stand some samples.
Yeah. It's kind of meta, right? Like the machine is doing all these things for itself. But
that is really cool.
And again, we got kind of tired of being in the business of sending marketing material, sending a display, and we're like, no, just make your own display. Here's the file. Do it.
But we also have a pretty comprehensive digital marketing library for anyone who buys our machines. And so, if you have snap posters in your store, we have the 2-foot by 3-foot posters showing the cases, showing screen protection. We have videos. So we do have digital assets too, so they can get going right away with selling in their store. So obviously we want them to sell more. And so, we also have that.
So let's do, we probably have maybe 2 more big products that we can showcase here, Nicole.
Yeah, let's do that, because we're already 40 minutes in. We could probably go all day. I mean, you guys are really interesting. I love it. Let's get right to it. What are the other 2 things? And then definitely they need to come see you at the Gadget Repair Expo. You're doing a demo and you have a booth. And so
we're literally handing out money.
And you are literally handing out money. Yeah.
Yeah. We
don't mind my daughter if she's running over to you with a wig on and changing it every time to go back in there.
So I think, Jesse, Primo Parts is probably a good one. And then we could talk about ReadyBox. So again,
Primo
like,
Parts, is that a share screen or is that something else?
yeah, Jesse will share his screen. So the backstory, I mean, maybe I tell you a little bit about the backstory. So again, we're obsessed with just kind of understanding the stores, the problems that stores are having, how we can add more value to be competitive, right? Like the market is very, very competitive. Margins are shrinking, and there's just a lot of copycats. And so we think by really listening to the needs of the store, ways that we can help them be more profitable, add real value, help us build.
Is this shipping time for Intra Gadgets, Mobile Centrics, WGP, PLP?
Yeah. So what we saw was
Parts for sales.
We saw that cell phone repair shops were wasting huge amounts of time with different tabs open, looking at the price of all these parts, looking at the shipping time of all these parts.
What is the MZ? I guess the Z is throwing me off a little bit. I know most all companies, so I'm like.
Yeah, MZ is Mobile Enso out of New York.
Oh, Mobile Enso. Oh my gosh, yes. I would have known who they are. I didn't think about it. I would have thought ME, like mobile, and then Enso, but the Z makes sense now. Yes, I definitely know Mobile Enso. I work very closely with them. They're amazing.
Yeah, no, shame on you. No.
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh.
No.
Can we spell the names out for people like me who are terrible at guessing?
I mean, and frankly, this is a little bit of a risky move for us because we think, big parts may not love the fact we're bringing transparency to the shops, but it's a risk we're willing to take right now in the hopes to help shops really thrive and what's in the interest of the shops and the end customer. And so we've been calling this kind of like the Google Flights of cell phone repair parts. And so this tool that we've given, it's free. We're giving it away. We just want to observe and understand how people will use it, what they find. And we don't have a plan to when to monetize it per se. I think it's just, again, seeing if people will use it like Google Flights. And the idea is we've got 3 main points for this thing, which are, what do we have, Jesse? Save, discover, optimize. And so,
and it's, what is it? Just like www.primo-parts.com. I'm going to share it, you guys. For those of you that are watching, if you're watching the recording, remember, this is all going to be below the video, okay? This is free for everybody. This is definitely a service for the industry, and I love it. I guess maybe I don't know how the companies would feel about it, but I think for shops, this is a very nice tool.
I mean, we're all about like free market conditions. We're about competitive pricing. And we're all about transparency. So we're, ethically and legally collecting and gathering and organizing information so that stores are empowered to do this. And so, what's a common, like, Jesse, let's do an example so stores can see it. So like a Samsung Galaxy S24 service kit, right? Like, there's only 1 or maybe 2 distributors that have it, especially in volume. And
which one did you say?
Any like flagship Samsung Galaxy S, in the last 5 years.
Ultra. Let's do that.
There you go. So what
I'm
are we
going to
seeing?
tell you, I love this. I love it.
What's the savings we see here? Some ones that jump out.
Yeah, so this one, you're saving $12.93 depending on who you're going with. This one's a little bit less, 83 cents, 83,
Mobile Enso.
$8, 32, 31.
WGP.
Let's try another one. Let's see if we can find a bonanza. There's a few where you literally save like $100, and so the shops can, get more margin. They can find who can ship it fastest.
Yeah,
wow.
115.
Wow.
48. 61.
Okay, question, because it just came to me, and I hate to put you on the spot for this, but what if a vendor is not on here and they want to be on here? These are the top ones that definitely all of us know, but there are other parts vendors that I know that are coming to mind right now that I know very well. I'm like, oh, they probably want to be there.
We have a section. Yeah, we have a section on here. If they're a distributor and want to be listed, to reach out to us. Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, that's awesome.
And we're hoping that the industry will embrace this and it will be helpful, right? Like, I don't know, like we have a feeling that, some part suppliers may have a problem with it, but we're just saying like this is for the health of, the industry. So anyway, that's why we want beta. We want to learn and see what people have to say. And
I think that I can see where possibly maybe they may be like, wow, guys, come on, you know what I mean? But but at the same time, as a consumer, and I love the vendors, all these vendors here I have great relationships with, and I get that. I get the side of the business, right? I do. But then at the same time, I also understand the side of the shop owner who's literally just trying to find a part. And they've got to go to all these different sites. You know what I mean? And this is, as if I own a shop, right? And I did before. I had multiple locations. And for me, if I would have had that tool with my shops, I wouldn't have used anything else, to be honest with you. I'm just telling you, I would have never gone to a site. I would have just went there and say, find the part. Click it. Our login for those companies are saved when you open another tab. That's where you're going to buy it, because shipping and price, it's not always just price. Sometimes I would pay more for a part for the faster shipping because that was what was more important to me based on that customer. So this really gives the shops more control over their business. I absolutely love this.
And so it's solving a whole bunch of problems. That's one. Another one is some shops don't have the time to understand a premium part versus like a standard part or like a low quality. So we put a lot of time and effort into, and given our experience with sourcing and buying, of trying to give a fair comparison of the quality of the part.
Where's that at? Where's that on here?
So go down to the very bottom, Jesse.
Do those little circles give an explanation of what that means? Like soft OLED, premium, when they click the little eye?
Yeah, every company has their own system, and we've tried to standardize the system so that we can understand it. So if you go to the very bottom, Jesse, we have our ranking score.
You know what, Brad, I'm going to say this live. I want to show this in my courses. So let's talk later, because we have people, we just finished a class with multiple people that are just opening shops. This would be invaluable for someone like that that's trying to learn. They don't understand it. When somebody enters the industry, the wording is so confusing. Grading is so confusing. And we try to alleviate that by explaining it to them, but it's so difficult.
So this is it. Wow. This is the master ledger, or kind of, I don't know how you want to call it, the codex of how we rank and standardize parts to the best of our ability. I mean, every distributor may disagree because theirs are the best or whatever, but we've done our best to do our research to help the shops.
And if they feel like something is not right, I'm sure they can say, hey man, actually this what this means for us.
Yep. That's the beta, like the feedback section in the lower right. They can comment, give their input.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Because I don't think there's any way that someone can say, well, that you have turned this somehow to benefit Red Wolf. To me, this clearly looks like an industry benefit. I can't right now think of any way that someone could say, oh, this is somehow against something and for you. I feel like this purely looks like this is just to help a shop. Maybe in the future, if somebody's paying for an ad to sit on the corner or something. But other than that, I mean, this is a free website. You know what I mean?
It's a free website. It obviously benefits us because we're trying to stand out in the industry as a thought leader. But right now it's free. And we're trying to build an ecosystem of different products to show our position in the industry as, doing the right thing. So fingers crossed we can keep it up and people don't get too angry, but I think repair shops will love it and end users will love it. So super excited about the parts.
Of course it showcases your brand and your interest in the industry, but it's not like all of a sudden your name is at the top and you're selling all the parts. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like you are a Delta and then you made a page like this and by the way, all the Delta flights are the ones that are the fastest and the cheapest. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And we don't have a dog in the fight per se. Like we were trying to be impartial. We've had distributors offer to sponsor or fund, and we're like, no, that will kind of change our Switzerland status for reporting the data. So, and we have zero intention of getting into the reselling screens or batteries. So we don't have a dog in the fight in that way. So, yeah.
Oh, this is really cool. I really like this, guys. I'm going to say I'm for it. And I'm definitely going to reach out to you to figure out how I can integrate this into our courses for our next course. Cause this is really cool.
I love to hear that. That makes me feel like we've answered the call and helping the industry. So yeah, the user base is small because we just officially opened the beta like a week or two ago.
Okay.
And we're trying to get the word out. So yeah, RFA has been a super awesome partner to help kind of get the word out. And maybe one of the things we struggle with is we have so many cool initiatives that it can get lost in the noise. So I think it's trying to find for, what sticks for different channels.
This is important, Brad, because we do see vendors, as we work with our vendor members, we see that vendors deal with this. They have all these amazing product lines, all these things they offer and do, and people just don't know about them because you're running a business and you're trying to, also you've got a marketing team and they've got all these different things they got to market and all these different places they got to reach. So that's why the RFA does this, is to try to, it's not just, sign up for RFA. We do these lives to try to inform the industry about vendors and what they do, and so we're glad that this can help. But I really think, just personally, this needs to be put out there because I think this could really catch on. I mean, I see a lot of value in it.
We love to help. We'd love to, again, we're trying to not astroturf we're not paying for ads. We just want to see if this is really as effective as we hope. We're hoping that store owners will screenshot and put on all the forums and blogs how much they're saving. And I think we don't need to pay for marketing. The word will get out. We just need a little bit of support to kind of get that initial word out. And I think it'll become kind of
Chris Smith, the eye doctor, he says Primo Parts is amazing. Chris, you should be on here. You should be on here saying that instead of in the comments. There you go. He's on my phone. I have the live running on my phone too.
Eye doctor likes it. That makes me happy. He knows what he's doing. He's awesome.
That's right. What's your next product? So we can get right to that one, and then
in our last 8 minutes, we've got kind of our grand finale for the Gadget Repair Expo and the U.S. industry at large. And so, I mean, I've been doing on-demand screen protectors before for longer than many brands. For a very long time, right? Mm-hmm. And particularly in the U.S., we saw there's still some challenges, right? Like on-demand screen protectors is very mature, very established, but there's still some remaining problems, which are some staff just simply don't have time or interest or the skills to operate a cutting machine, right? Like it is actual work. You have to align it. You have to input the thing. You got to do your thing. And it's, we've proven that, we think there's been about 1.5 to 2 billion screen protectors cut on demand around the world. But there's still a huge opportunity for tempered glass. So problem one is just the effort it takes to do all these things. And, there are machines that are doing automatic installation. And I think those are kind of incremental improvements. But still, at the end of the day, like staff is staff. And even automatic machine, it will be hard for certain people. The second problem is some customers come in and just simply want tempered glass. Like they are just sold. They like the way it looks, like feel, and who am I to sway them against it? Like it's just, we want to serve the customer. But then we're kind of back to that original problem. Like, how do I inventory all this glass? Like it's going to become a thing. And so we've spent the past 3 years researching, like, how can we optimize that experience, have the flexibility of, semi on-demand inventory, but still serve the tempered glass community. And we're releasing, we released it kind of secretly at CES, but now we're really leaning in. So you're going to start seeing this in a whole bunch of shops that we're working with here in the US and abroad. We built a system called ReadyBox. You're ready to go.
Is that it right here on the table?
Yeah. Jesse,
can you bring it up a little bit more, Jesse? Because it's kind of far away. Can you bring it to the camera a little bit, please?
Yeah. So ReadyBox looks kind of like a DVD rack. Each of those boxes has 5 different tempered glass in it. Okay. But this box covers 2,000 different phones. So this kit, this super organized unit, allows shops to continue to have tempered glass. And the glass we're calling fast glass. So you scan the QR code on the top, you type in iPhone 10, and it says go to box 12. And box 12, that glass will fit your iPhone 12. And It's awesome tempered glass. So Jess, if you do kind of the flex test, you can see a lot of glass like will shatter instantly, even like with the slightest bend. This is super resilient, super strong.
Whoa. We do not want it to crack on camera. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, take it easy. Oh, we'll take that risk.
Jesse, you're getting a little out of hand there.
And so I'm sure we're going to get copied. I'm sure it's going to come to the US. But again, we're the first to market showing real value where the perfect combination is a cutting machine and tempered glass system together. Where, again, we're back to that theme. No matter what the customer needs, you have a solution. So what we're finding is if you run out of glass, you have a cutting machine as a backup. If a customer wants a mat or a privacy or something, you have the cutting machine. If they have a watch, you have the cutting machine. But if you have a new staff, your store is super busy, you don't have time, or the customer just demands tempered glass, you've got something right there ready to go. And so
let me, this is me just being uneducated asking this question.
Sure.
The box, you're mailing it with all that stuff in it, or they print it and fill it?
The box is traditional, like ready to go tempered glass.
Got it. Okay.
The system of organizing it. So
got it. That's the key, is the system of organizing it. I see what you're saying. Okay.
So you'll have one box, let's say box 12. I'd have to look in the app. Box 12 might cover 40 different phones. And so you'll scan the QR code and our software will say, hey, iPhone 12, go to box 10. You'll pull it out and it fits. Because what we've found is generally the length, width, height, the length and width of phones are becoming pretty standardized, and the corner radius. So we say one size fits most.
And that glass that's in the box comes with the box.
Comes with the box. And then when you finish a box, you'll reorder just that box that you cleared out.
Got it. Cool. It's always nice to have a good system. You go to some stores and they got just stuff laying everywhere. I did that myself, little labels, and they have peel off, and then you're trying to get them to stick on the shelving, and
No, you're good. I mean, this is we're solving that junk drawer problem where we've seen the shops, they pull out the drawer and there's tempered glass screen protectors from 5 years ago that never moved. We now have a very clean, organized system to manage it and keep it going.
Inventory is probably, this is inventory control. You're going to know exactly when you're getting low. Like there's not going to be any question. You know what I mean?
Yep. And we're looking at kits. So we'll have like an Apple kit where this set of boxes will cover all Apple phones. We have, forever, or a Samsung kit. And this helps with the A series, which is super hard to stock. And so again, perfect combo is a cutter and a glass, the fast glass ready box. So, and I guess kind of last cool plug, shameless, shameful. I'm just shameless. I'm proud of this. We just finished a really cool partnership. We'd love to. We can mention it here with cell phones for soldiers.
Nice.
We've provided them with our screen protector solution, and these are going to start going out to help vets who are part of their program. So. Helping people, their primary computing and device that they supply through Cell Phones for Soldiers now has additional protection to keep them working and calling and doing whatever they need to do throughout the day. So you'll see in the coming weeks some really cool marketing material about that collaboration. And again, this could be another opportunity down the road where Cell Phones for Soldiers is doing really awesome stuff and looking for outreach. So separately, Nicole, I'd love to talk to you to see if there's ways we can help repair shops also promote that program locally because of the cool stuff they're doing. So
definitely.
Those are kind of the big ones. Jesse, anything we forgot or?
This has been a great call. I feel like we could have just kept going.
Yeah, we have so much. It's hard to pinpoint everything, but I think we nailed all the big points.
I mean, to kind of give you the background, to give maybe some ideas of kind of like doing good in the community or like training, Nicole, the whole Cell Phone for Soldiers thing kind of came about because every few months or so we go to our local shelter and we have new interns and staff in training, and we say, hey, you might screw up, but you go to the local shelter and we get a line of people and we do free screen protectors for all their phones for practice.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That is a great idea for cell phone shops.
And it's really good for like outreach and community. And
Yeah.
again, back to that thing. And so that kind of case study helped cell phones for soldiers see like the kind of cool value add, kind of cool add-ons that they can do, because the cost of goods is so low, but the return for the end user is so high. So I don't know how that would fit under RFA, or if you guys want to see kind of our white paper.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about getting that information out to the shops, because there was something that I used to do when I had my stores in one of a smaller town. There was a radio station next door to me, and they every weekend, it was like 2 weekends a month, they would auction off donations from local businesses, and they would donate it to the women's shelter. And I would donate cases that I felt like I would cycle them out. So I had those, they've been sitting there, you know what I mean? I'm like, these are not selling fast enough. And, and I would donate them, and they would do, it wasn't going to me. I was glad to do it, And so I feel like shops do want to give back. It's good for, I met a lot of people through that. I heard about you. I didn't know that I was actually auctioning on some of your cases, but I wanted to come by, like, it really gets you involved in your community. Of course you want to make money, but if you really want to be a part of the community, you have to step out as a business owner, as a leader. You are a leader in your community, in these 50 miles or 40 miles that you are in, that you consider your community. It's stepping out and being a face and giving back. So I would love to get some information out so the shops can know how did you even get that started? Is there any red tape? Did they just go and ask if they can do it? That kind of thing.
I mean, without knowing the full scope of like how big this could go, like I feel pretty confident about donating films if we have good, high confidence that this is what they're going to be used for across the country if they're part of our system. Like we love the whole story about how we're helping people. And I mean, it's tough out there.
Oh my gosh, I know it is.
So yeah, we're happy to give back on that. And like you said, it's a great way to kind of get your name out in the community and giving back. So no, happy to talk. And,
okay, well, we'll follow up about that. So we're taking notes here. This is also seems to be a meeting. So not just the live. Okay, so if you guys are watching the live, the recording after the live, wherever you're seeing this, if you've seen all this information, easy, you can find it, here on their website. But you also can become an RFA member, sign up for the benefit that they offer you, learn more. This is why RFA does this. We're trying to give more exposure to vendors that are active and care about the industry. And so I'm so glad this call was really great. And then check you guys out at the Gadget Repair Expo. They're going to be doing a money tornado thing where you can get in and catch some bills. I heard that you're not maybe trying to do real bills. You're going to exchange the fake bills because the bills may be dirty or something. I don't know.
Yeah. We've read the statistics on how dirty they are, and we're rethinking that strategy, but yeah. We'll make it happen.
Just get in the tunnel and cover me with viruses, Okay, so, glad to see you guys at the Gadget Repair Expo. Thank you for doing this live with me. And let's do another one soon about some other topics.
Oh, it was amazing. Nicole, we love RFA and everything you're doing for the industry. Thank you for hosting us. See you soon.
Bye.